has 2 NFL MVP awards. Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he spins past him and into space. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday when you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
And nothing much materializing there on the first run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 down Packers. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 12 more yards there and another first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. It got this down to about the 12-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Crosby is good. Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive. But in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. 4 yards on that carry.
to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanty anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 to score on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The speedster, Dante Pettis, back deep to return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bears take. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he was in the wrong spot for the QB.
From the 38, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from you. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Working from the gun, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now set. Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Down to about the 22 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Crosby is good, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick from the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. They juked him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Chicago trusted Darnell Mooney to step up and be their top wide receiver, and he gave them a 1,000-yard season in return. They're certainly hoping that a third-year wideout can form a lasting connection with second-year quarterback Justin Fields. Looks like that connection is starting to pay off, this time for a 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On play action, Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I wonder why that doesn't happen often for guys that play center. Snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to his receiver. And they rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Got an open man, it's Kringle. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. They'll have the middle with Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up. If they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. If there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And we think sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight, where they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, been very
welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young.
And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. A lot of couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down shy of 10 right around the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Here's Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 39, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game, walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Going up the gun, Montgomery.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what at half the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment